husband, father, business owner. These are 3 roles that describe me as a person. These 3 roles have taught me so much, and today I want to share 5 lessons that I've learned from my time as a husband, a father, and a business owner. Welcome to the video, guys. Today we are going through the 5 lessons that I've learned from being a husband, a father, and a business owner. So me and my wife own a gym in Nebraska called Fit Grind. We also have a clothing brand and a supplement line associated with that brand. And throughout my experiences being a husband, being a father, and owning a gym, I've learned a lot of things. And these are 5 things that I want to share with you. And before we hop into the 5 things, these are the 5 things that I've specifically learned. This is my experience. If you have things that you've learned from your experiences or tough times that you've been through and things that you've really learned from that, I'd love to hear it. So after I'm watching the video, leave a comment for me about some things that you've learned being a husband, father, or in your day-to-day life, in your job. I'd love to hear some things that you have learned from those experiences, because I do think that we can all take each other's experiences and we can really grow from those personal experiences that we all have. And I think it's very powerful to be able to share those experiences. One of the biggest lessons that I've really learned, and really all 3 of these things have really taught me this, being a father, being a husband, and being a business owner, is that time is your greatest asset. At the end of the day, we all have the same amount of hours. We have 24 hours in a day, and it's up to us how we spend those hours. And time really is the greatest asset. We all are on the level playing field. We get the same amounts, and it resets every single day. And I think that this is a lesson that you really have to make mistakes with in order to grow and learn from it. No one starts anything off and they're perfect from day one. And having a very busy schedule, this is something that has taught me to be very efficient with my time. And it's also taught me to make sure that I'm evenly distributing it to where I'm spending enough time with my family, I'm spending enough time with my wife, spending enough time with my kids, and I'm also spending enough time on my business so that it can grow the way that I want it to grow. But if I said that I was perfect all the time in this aspect, that would be a lie. I'm still trying to figure that out day to day, and I think the hardest part with this is that as you go through your life, there's different seasons and there's different challenges, and there's different things that come up that is going to require more attention to your family, is going to require more attention with your wife, with your kids, with your business or your job. And I think that is really the hardest part. And one thing that you can learn from this about time being your most valuable asset is being able to shift and being able to allocate certain amounts of time in order to get certain tasks done. One thing that I've learned is that if your family is a priority to you, then maybe that's something where you need to get up earlier in the day when they're still sleeping to get some work done, or to get your workout done, or to get some business tasks or run errands or anything that you need to do. Maybe you need to be specific and structured with that time. At the end of the day, if something is important to you, you're going to prioritize it. And like I said, I understand that there's different seasons where you're going to have different tasks that need to be done. So right now, we just recently started a supplement line, and that is something that has been very heavy. It's been something that we've been working on for over 6 months, and there's a lot of just little things that need to go with that, the marketing behind it, the communication with manufacturers, and there's just a lot that goes into it. So in this season of life, that's something where that has taken a lot of priority in the last 6 months. With kids, there's lots of sports right now, and that's something that we are a baseball family through and through. We love baseball. 2 of our older boys, our 11 and 8-year-old, both play select baseball, and that's something where they're practicing frequently, and it's our job to get them to those practices so that they can get better and they can improve on things that they love. So yes, there's different seasons throughout life, and there's different seasons, but first thing that I've learned is that time is your greatest asset. Make sure that you are spending enough time in all the different aspects of your life. Don't just focus on your work, or don't just focus on your kids, or don't just focus on your marriage. Focus on spending enough time in each so that each thing can improve and so that you can reap the rewards of that. You can make sure that you're taking care of everything and everyone around you. Speaking of morning workout, I am about to hit a morning workout. Typically, I have some training sessions in the early morning. I actually have a couple people out of town, so I'm going to hit a morning workout. I'm going to get that out of the way for the day. And that's something that I'll do if I can. Now, typically I have early morning personal training sessions or group classes that I'm doing here. So I typically don't work out in the morning. I usually work out later in the afternoon. But today, I have the opportunity to get it done so that I can focus on other things throughout the day and then have some more midday personal training sessions and work to get done at the gym. But we're gonna hop to a workout, so let's get after it. All right, so I just finished up that workout. Just mixed up 2 scoops of Fit Grind Whey protein. I'm gonna hit this as a post-workout kind of meal replacement. And then I have a couple more training sessions that I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna show you guys my lunch. The second thing that I've learned over the years, in order to make your business or your work successful, is that you need to involve your family, especially if you own a business. You need to involve your family in that business. Owning a business is something that is very time consuming. It's something that's going to take a lot of your mental focus. It's going to take a lot of your attention. And when you can involve your family in different aspects of it, and I'm not saying that they have to be involved in every single aspect or know all the ins and outs of the business, but for my example, me and my wife own this gym. We started this gym together and we work together every single day. Now, it's not like we're, tied hip to hip every single hour of the day. She's doing personal training throughout the day. I'm doing personal training sessions throughout the day. There's different admin work that we're doing. We're recording content. But this is something that we're growing, building together. It's a perfect example how, as a husband and wife, we're involving each other in our business and we're growing this together. Now, with our kids, one thing that we love to do, so we have 3 boys. I have an 11-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 2-year-old. And we always love to get the boys involved in working out and just setting that example of health and fitness is something that they're just trying to maintain. It's not trying to work out to do X, Y, and Z to look good or anything like that. We're just trying to set good examples of exercising, setting good examples of eating well, and the boys spend some time here at the gym. Sometimes after school, we'll pick them up and we have to come back for a training session. I typically work on weekends. And as a business owner, you will work on weekends a lot of times. That's something that is just part of the gig. And the boys spend time here. They know the ins and outs of the gym. They help us clean. They love to work out here. And that's something that I encourage you to really focus on is if you are a business owner, try to involve your family in your business or even in your work if you can at some capacity. Now, obviously, you can't be bringing your family into your work if you have an employer, you work for somebody all the time, but just find ways that you can involve your family. Maybe there's events that you can take your family to. Maybe there's some sort of like couples night with your business or something that you can really involve your family in. Promise you that it's going to bring you all closer and it's going to have everybody have a deeper understanding of what it is that you do and where you're trying to go. All right, so just finished up with some training sessions. I'm about to hop into a lunch. I actually am trying out, so my wife got a couple meals from this local place in town that does some healthy meal prepped meals. So I haven't tried this one before. This is the beef fajita bowl. So let me give this one a shot real quick. That's pretty good. This is definitely for being a frozen meal. Definitely not bad. Macros aren't bad too as well. Literally all it is shredded beef, brown rice, and salsa verde. So, and onion pepper blend. So the macros are 8 fat, 26 protein, 54 carb. So good on the go, quick meal, especially just being busy here at the gym. Have something quick to eat like this. Definitely a good option. So I want to hop into the third thing that I've learned in being a husband, a father, and a business owner. And the third lesson that I've learned, and you've probably heard this quote before, but it definitely is very true. And a lot of people are affected by this. So Theodore Roosevelt said that comparison is the thief of joy. And I've spent so many years of my life comparing myself to others and comparing how I stack up in all different kinds of situations. And when I was younger, I would let that kind of eat at me, and I would let that discourage me and affect my self-confidence. And I think that it's easy, and especially in a world where social media is so popular and is so present in our day-to-day life, it's very easy to compare yourself to others. But when you start comparing yourself to yourself, so say, for example, where you were a month ago, where you were 3 months ago, 6 months ago, last year, you really start to build this positive flywheel. And when you realize that there's no goal that isn't achievable through hard work, discipline, and sticking to a process and staying with that process and making sure that it's in the right direction, all you need to focus on is what you are doing. And if you have daily tasks and you have daily responsibilities and daily goals, and you're checking those boxes and you're doing it well in all aspects of your life, I think that's something that you can really find a lot of confidence and a lot of pride in. So my biggest piece of advice and something that I've learned is just try to be the best version of yourself in all your different aspects of your life. Take the lessons that you learn from the gym and from building a business, being a father, being a husband. Take those lessons that you learn and apply them to all the different aspects of your life to be the best version of yourself. And when you can do that, you win. If you can do that consistently, day in, day out, that's how you win. That's how you find happiness and fulfillment from the things that you do and fulfillment from your life. Whereas if you're trying to be someone else or emulate what they're doing, you're not going to get fulfillment from that because it's someone else. It's not authentic. It's not real. It's not you. So be the best version of yourself that you can be. And I promise you're going to find a lot more joy and fulfillment from that. I'm going to finish up some lunch and then we're going to get back to work because lots of work to be done today. So I'm going to hit this meal. And I'll see you guys in the next lesson that I've learned.
So we've recently just launched our whey protein powder. So that is our first product that we launched. We just launched it this last Saturday. So I got to get into packaging some orders. So before I hop into packaging some orders, we're going to talk about the fourth thing that I've learned as a father, a husband, and a gym owner. And the fourth thing that I've learned, and this really can, again, apply to any part of your life. The fourth thing that I've learned is that you need to stop working hard and you need to start working smart and specific and work hard so that you can work hard and run in the right direction. And what I mean by that is everybody takes pride in working really hard, just putting their head down, grinding, getting after it, and working hard. And I love that. That is what Fit Grind is all about. It's about working hard, coming in, being consistent, putting your head down, putting in that consistent work, knowing that it's going to pay off down the road. But one problem with that is we need to also know what direction we're running in. And a lot of times I see people in all aspects of life, they are working really hard, but it's not getting them anywhere. So one thing that I've learned, especially opening a business, is figure out what it is that you're trying to accomplish. What are you trying to do with your business? Where are you trying to get it to? And what are the necessary steps you need to do so? And don't just work hard for the sake of working hard. You need to actually analyze what are the things that you need to do? What direction do you need to go in? This can apply in your fitness. And this is also a lesson that the gym has taught me is, take your goals and make sure that there are always goals that you're setting, but take your goals, set the bar high, and then come up with a game plan. When I think back to the most amount of progress that I've made throughout the last decade plus in the gym, the most amount of progress happens when I'm following a structured plan, when there is a specific goal in mind and a timeline to achieve that goal. So still work hard. I'm not saying don't work hard, but make sure that you're being smart, you're being specific, and you know what direction you need to be working hard in. Because if you're just working hard, but you're just spinning your wheels, you're not getting anywhere. So fourth lessons that I've learned is work smart, be specific, and know what direction you're running in, know what direction you need to go in. Once you find that direction, work your ass off and and there's no limit to the things that you can achieve. So it is about 5 o'clock. I'm about to wrap up the day. I have one more training session at 5:30, have a small group training session. And my fifth and final lesson that I've learned as a husband, as a father, as a gym owner, is that you have to embrace hard times. I would be lying if I said that being a husband, a father, and a business owner is an easy task. But I think that you have to really realize that anything that goes on in your life, whether it's good or bad, can be looked at in a positive light. And when you go through those hard times, because there will be hard times in any of those aspects and roles that you go through, you have to embrace it. You have to try and draw the silver lining, and you have to try and find ways that you can either learn or grow or get better because of those struggles. Some of the struggles that I've encountered over the last couple of years, one of the biggest struggles was my 2-year-old now, Cashton. He's perfectly healthy now, but he was born 3 months early. So he was born at 29 weeks and he was born at 3 pounds. So he spent 3 months in the NICU, and this was also in the first year of opening our business. So that was a very challenging time that I can think back to, that looking back now, it was really hard, but you just get in this zone and you just focus on what you have to do every day. And I really learned a lot about myself, not only as an individual, not only as a father, not only as a spouse, but also as a business owner, and just being able to take care of what need to be done. And I think that you can only learn that about yourself when your back is pushed up against the wall. But if you're willing to go through those hard times, that's where you can get to those good times. So whatever you're going through, whether it's good now or it's bad or it's just kind of in the middle, realize that you're going to have good, you're going to have bad, but the good can't last forever and the bad can't last forever. So if you're in those bad times, keep going through it, keep embracing that hard challenge and keep embracing the suck. And I promise you that you will get through it. You will get out on the other side and you will grow because you're willing to embrace the hard times and to really embrace those challenges. You're going to have a lot of challenges in marriage. You're going to have a lot of challenges raising kids. You're going to have a lot of challenges in your job, or if you own a business, or if you own a gym, like me and my wife. But the people that are willing to get through that, embrace it, they just come out on the other side, not only growing their business, their marriage, their relationships with their kids, but also just growing as a person. And that's really the whole idea behind this video, is I wanted to give you 5 lessons that I've learned in my experiences. I would love to hear any lessons that you've learned. I'm definitely always looking for ways that I can grow, or just stories to kind of impact or motivate. So if you have any stories or any lessons that you've learned, I would love to hear them. Leave it down in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. I'm gonna leave a workout video for you to watch here on the screen next. Make sure you go check that out, and I will see you guys in the next one.